Yes.
Alderman Rogers.
Yes.
Alderman Moore. Yes. Alderman Ward.
Yes.
Alderman Wilkins.
Here.
Alderman Lee.
Here. We do have a quorum, so official business can take place. If you can stand and join me in the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So, with one change to the agenda under the mayor's new business, we are going to add a recognition right ahead of the appointments, if that's okay with you. Item 3, consent agenda. Any changes or corrections to the minute?
Make a motion, we accept the consent agenda as written.
I have a motion and a second to accept the consent agenda as written. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item 4, accounts payable over $1,250.
I make a motion, we accept the accounts payable over $1,250 and the grand total amount of $377,781.60.
I have a motion and a second to accept the accounts payable over $250. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item 5, comments from citizens. Hearing none, I will close that section. Economic development. There's another report in the packet. Any comments on the report from the Chamber of Commerce?
I got minutes from Ginny on the December meeting, which I can email out to you. Did they get in the packet?
Yes, they're after the December 13th.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Page 28.
Excellent, thank you. I must have an older, I must call up an older. No, I see.
Hearing none, we'll move on to item B under Boone County designation as a work-ready community.
This is just for your information. Basically, there's the press release and from the Department of Economic Development, and then a little bit of information about the effort to become a Missouri work-ready community. It helps attract national employers. Ready, and with offices in Columbia, worked really hard at getting this. They got a number of there are different parts, including asking people who are looking for work to take tests. They're asking for businesses to certify that they would look for this test to say that somebody has taken one or more of the tests to signify or certify that they have certain skill sets for the workforce. And anyway, they worked for 3 years with school districts and employers across the county to establish this certification, and now Boone County has it. That's it, but it's a good thing for economic development in Boone County.
Any other comments on that? Moving to the action agenda under finance. Authorizing the transfer of funds from the park sales tax to the park maintenance.
It's a request from the park board. The transfer, it actually needs to be for this fiscal year, which is 16-17. They've already begun work on the JC Park. They've taken down the fence. They've already launched into that. They're gonna work on the bathrooms there. So weather permitting, they'll get a lot of this work that's described here done in the fiscal year that ends March 31st, 2017.
I'm assuming this needs a motion.
Yes, it requires a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to authorize the transfer of funds from the park sales tax to the park maintenance fund in the amount of $28,600 for various projects at JC Park. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Permits and licensing, that's still done.
Yep.
Legal, item 1 is calling for an election.
The standard ordinance we pass every year. This one includes the mayor and the collector offices as well. The election will be held April 4th. And we have to have this into the county clerk by the 24th of January,
Okay.
which is in the ordinance.
Alderman Wilkins, would you introduce this?
Sure, bill number please.
2127.
Move that bill number 2127 be given its first read by title only.
Second.
Have a motion and a second that bill number 2127 be given its first reading by title only. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Proceed.
An ordinance calling for a general city election to be held on Tuesday, April 4th, 2017, the municipal election day, to elect the mayor for a 2-year term, to elect 3 aldermen for a 2-year term, and to elect the city collector for a 2-year term. I move that bill number 2127 be given its second read by title only.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2127 be given its second reading by title only. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Go ahead.
An ordinance calling for a general city election to be held on Tuesday, April 4th, 2017, the municipal election day, to elect the mayor for a 2-year term, to elect 3 aldermen for a 2-year term, and to elect the city collector for a 2-year term. I move that bill number 2127 be adopted by roll call vote. No. Yeah, by roll call vote.
Yes.
Sorry. I do this often by memory.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2127 be adopted by roll call vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Roll call, Heather?
Alderman Rogers.
Yes.
Alderman Walrath.
Yes.
Alderman Ward.
Yes.
Alderman Wilkins.
4.
Alderman Lee.
Yes.
And Alderman Magley.
Yes.
By your vote, bill number 2127 passes and becomes ordinance number
2874.
Thank you. Item 2 under legal is adopting a city policy. This is a resolution, requires 1 reading. Alderman Ward, would you introduce this one?
Yes. Bill number?
2128.
I move that bill number 2128 be given its first reading by title only.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2128 be given its first reading by title only. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
A bill to create a resolution entitled, "A Resolution of the City of Centralia, Missouri, adopting a formal written policy concerning cooperative agreements for collection of solid waste for adjacent customers within city utility accounts." I move that bill number 2128 be adopted by a roll call vote.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that bill number 2128 be adopted by roll call vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Roll call, please, Heather.
Alderman Laura.
Yes.
Alderman Ward.
Yes.
Alderman Wilkins.
4.
Alderman Lee.
Yes.
Alderman Magley.
Yes.
Alderman Rogers.
Yes.
By your vote, bill number 2128 passes and becomes resolution number,
R-16-07.
item D, purchasing.
Don Jenkins is here at whatever time it's appropriate for him to talk to you about the last payment on the sidewalk project.
I think this would be a good time.
All right, I have application number 5, which is the final payment for this project. It covers the change order we had last time, which is the sidewalk through the driveway we added, and then the seating and mulching. The total is $6,025. Also, we'll be turning in the final paperwork to MoDOT, the closeout pack with all the supplier and subcontractors affidavits and all that stuff for closeout of the project. That's really about it.
Just to clarify, the total net of change orders come to a total pot, we increased the cost of the project by $2,359.03. The contract total to date for, if you add in the engineering, is over $230,000, I believe. It's 202.
I just have the contractor.
Right,
The
right.
project was $201,025.02. With change orders, it went to $203,384.05.
Right, so it's slightly over 1% for the construction phase, less than 1% for the entire project.
I guess we need a motion to have Matt sign them, I believe.
Motion, in the agenda, it says the mayor, but you could authorize myself or Jim, whoever you want to, as long as you make it clear in the motion for that. And then Tim has signed all the documents at this point, so it would be fine to authorize the mayor pro tem, because he's got them in his hand right now, so.
I move we authorize the Mayor Pro Tem to approve the final payment.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to authorize the mayor pro tem to approve the final payment. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Got 6 copies for you to sign.
Get all this done, you still coming up to the meetings, or?
You want me to?
Yeah, I look forward to seeing it.
Hopefully I have a lot more projects going on. You better if you want your wheel.
Yeah, I got that wheel, that's pretty cool. I got looking at it, actually, it's attached to the little deck that everyone did.
That's attached to the whole tractor. That's what's going on.
I couldn't agree more. Nice.
Thank you.
Just want to thank you guys again. Hopefully it's been a good project for you as well as for us.
And it has.
I know I received a lot of positive comments when we were out there for the walkthroughs, and before and after that.
I've seen a lot of people using it.
Moving on to old business. amending the RFQ for on-call engineering and other services.
I put just to keep you guys in the loop, the amendments. We had a meeting on the 8th of December. Jim, you were there, and Heather was there, and Mike Forsey was there from the city as well as myself. We had, I believe, about 7 firms that attended, and it was a useful discussion. Based on that feedback and other feedback, made some adjustments. I have received additional feedback since then. Randall Thompson has done a lot of work with insurance companies, so I'm going to re-review take a second look at insurance requirements. We have one comment that they're still too high, and with, I'm willing to make it as available as we can to as many firms as we can, as long as we cover the city. As long as the city is not at undue risk. We're at risk every day. So that was just FYI, there's no action required by the board.
It's still a work in progress.
Well, it is on the street, and these amendments that have been posted, or these amendments have been sent out to all the firms that were there and others that have expressed interest. 99% of them are not going to affect the applications, I would say. And most of the discussion was about what projects the city would be discussing. And there was a clarification that you wouldn't need an engineering certificate to do surveying work or do material testing.
Well, I look at it as just kind of all part of the process. You work through it, cooperate with one another, and make it better. It's all for the city, so whatever we can do to improve the process, that's good.
I borrowed heavily from existing RFQs and so language has been, it's never perfect. I'm sure you can find something wrong in pretty much any RFQ. I'm not trying to, but I think we're going to get excellent proposals. I think we're going to be a lot more. We'll be able to move forward with projects quicker.
Anybody else have any comments on that? Moving on, item 9, under new business, the mayor. Well, it is one of those double-edged swords for me. It's nice to recognize somebody for their service. The other side of that sword is we're losing them. But at this moment, come up. We'd like to present you with this plaque from the city and Centralia Police Department for Distinguished Service Recognition. Lieutenant Bobby Bias, years 2005 to 2016, signed Chief Dungeon, Tim Grinke. Thank you.
Let's see that,
I
Bob.
know you won't be ashamed.
Lean in a little bit. 1, 2, there. He's there. That'll do it. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you don't want. Okay. We're gonna have a little cake, Twinkie size. You know, as soon as we get down here, any of you just wanna come over and have it, please do. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Robert.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you.
How many years were you with the city, Bob?
Almost 11.
You prepared a speech, haven't you?
I do, but I can't get through it, so thanks. Be available on the website. They're called the police department's website. Facebook.
Did the mayor say he wanted me to make his appointments for him?
Yes, he did.
All right, item A under appointments is appointing David Davenport as a full-time police officer for the Centralia Police Department. If someone wants to make that.
So moved. So moved.
I have a motion and a second to appoint David Davenport to a full-time police officer for the Centralia Police Department. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I have a note here for the library board appointment, but I don't know anything about it.
I don't know if you got it, I sent an email to the board about Jim Hollis, who has been recommended by the board. Jim previously served on the board, was instrumental in the building of the new facility, and he is the recommendation that came through Tim via the library board, who we sought their approval. Filling a term that would expire July 1, 2017. And there's one more vacancy coming up they'll be making a recommendation. That one is July 1, 2018.
All right, so I'd like to make the mayor's appointment of Jim Hollis to the library board, so they can make that
So
motion.
moved.
Second.
And a motion and a second to accept the mayor's appointment of Jim Hollis to the library board. Fill out the remainder of that term. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And an appointment to appoint Julie Metcalf as the assistant municipal court clerk.
The long title that follows is actually how it is listed in our code of city code.
I am the official court clerk on record, but Teresa was the assistant court clerk, and since she has left and Julie has taken her place, I would like to have her as my assistant court clerk. She would actually sit in during court, take notes, take minutes, and then I get to do more of the balancing and checking on the other side at the end of the month.
And it's specified in our code, section 18-2.1, that both the city clerk, or the court clerk, municipal court clerk, or municipal ordinance violation bureau clerk be appointed by the board, by the mayor with the board approval.
So I would like a motion to accept Julie Metcalf, the mayor's appointment of Julie Metcalf, the assistant municipal court clerk, municipal ordinance violation bureau clerk.
So moved.
A motion and a second to accept that appointment. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Page 2, city administrator.
Reports in the packet, if you have any questions, I don't have anything else.
I read through it. There was we had a meeting, a couple about a solid waste thing.
They are, we have the our oldest landfill on the Superfund list. Most of you know. They had a woman who was doing some environmental research, or an environmental assessment of their risk. And so she wished to learn about it. And these are all public records of our filings on all our landfills. And then we did a quick walk over that landfill. It's the oldest one. Under the concept of joint and several liability, and when I say something stupid, just hit me, okay?
You're all right.
They might have some liability as being the largest known, or maybe chance at the time, largest known contributor to the waste stream in that landfill. So they're just doing risk management.
Yeah, I was just curious. Anybody else?
I would add one more thing. I would just say that I had some more conversations with Clifford Rosa and with David Bach at the Regional Planning Commission, and the signs are positive for the possibility of applying for a grant as early as April. we're gonna be talking, we've already had, they've talked to the lady in charge of the CDBG program. So this may, we're making progress.
Good.
I don't wanna make any promises or.
I'm going to pick a time tomorrow where I'm gonna call in and leave you a voicemail, now that I can.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, Lieutenant Bobby Bias is to, I think that would, yes, it is nice. It is, and it was, his efforts to move that project forward that got it done.
I had on my notes here to say thank you all for the new phones. I can't run it, but dispatch certainly appreciates it. I'm hoping my phone will never ring.
Baby steps, baby steps.
Yeah. Maybe mine won't ring. But dispatch really likes it, it just flows pretty good. Thank you all very much.
And the account conversion.
Heather, who has worked diligently and,
You can put that in there.
we're getting very close to getting that ready to go. It's gonna come right during the middle of budgeting, and that's gonna cause me a little bit of heartburn, but we'll get it done before we're done with the fiscal year, which is when it would cause Heather additional heartburn. But it's a good thing, and hopefully it could save us some. Williams Keepers has never charged us as much as they could have for the accounting they do. But they do charge us, we should save some money with this. And if they ever got grumpy and wanted to charge us for the full amount, we'd save a lot of money. So it's a very good thing.
After our conversations with the Texas Summit, it seemed that we weren't necessarily on the same page with what we wanted. So I am doing a lot more of the naming of the accounts, and I want to get it right before I send it to them. So it's just taking a little bit longer than I
Sure.
thought, in addition to training 2 new staff members and just other things that seem to keep popping up.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
mean,
taking a little bit longer than we anticipated.
89% of the delay has been on Summit's part, and 12.5% is me, so.
Just curious.
Anything else from Nick? City attorney.
Any questions for me? I don't have any.
That's okay. City clerk.
Filing is open. We currently have 2 individuals that have filed for mayor, Don Borman and Tim Frankie. Jim Lee has refiled for Alderman, and I filed for city collector. And so far, that's all we have at this time.
Thank you. Closed meeting. Anybody want to read that? Make a motion to go in closed meeting?
Promise.
You or will I?
Either way.
We can keep this to under 5 minutes.
Okay, I make a motion to go into closed meeting, and during the meeting, the Board of Aldermen may elect to go into closed session and hold a closed vote. And the purpose of such closed session and closed vote shall be for leasing, purchase, or sale of real estate by a public governmental body, where public knowledge of the transaction might adversely affect the legal consideration thereof.
Thanks.
Such closed session and closed vote shall be for as provided under section 610.0212 of the revised statutes of Missouri.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to go into closed meeting. All those, is it a roll call?
It's a roll.
Roll call, Heather, please.
Alderman Lee,
Yes.
Alderman Ward,
Yes.
Alderman Wilkins,
4.
Alderman Magley,
Yes.
Alderman Rogers,
Four.
Alderman Borat.
Yes.